Jamie Brandt was not a bad mother. Later, she would tell that to anyone who would listen. Police, reporters, lawyers, her parents, her boyfriend, her dealer, the new bartender with the knuckle tattoos at Schultz's, the investigator from California and her partner, and her own reflection in the bathroom mirror, right before cracking her forehead on the sink's edge and passing out from the cocktail of pain, grief, and fear. She was not a bad mother, even though she'd yelled at them that morning. It was Saturday, finally, and Jamie was embarrassed to say sometimes she liked the weekdays more. The predictable rhythm of her Aunt Maggie's real estate office where she was the receptionist, the chance to drink coffee and read Us magazine online, thinking of the girls in school, which they actually liked for the most part. Kylie, the 10-year-old, might piss and moan over homework, but she loved the day-to-day operations of school, the hurricane of note-passing and gossip. She was already popular, had already stolen makeup from Jamie's top dresser drawer and sent texts to boys from Jamie's phone. Bailey, 8, was just as sassy but loved school for the school part, reading and writing, especially vocabulary, the way words sounded and the rules that went with them. The weekends were hectic, a blur of soccer games and ballet practice, play dates and every last minute crammed with errands, groceries, cooking, pharmacy, Kylie's allergies, Bailey's asthma, cleaning the apartment, dusting and swiffering every surface to avoid allergies and asthma. And then meltdowns and screaming protests about the rules. 1 hour on the computer for non-school-related activities, half an hour of video games, 1 hour of TV, all of which would be broken by Sunday night. Jamie would have to beg them to go to the housing complex playground, which the girls claimed was old, dirty, with 2 out of 5 swings broken and a sandbox that smelled like pee. All Jamie wanted was to get to Saturday night. Then Daryl would come over, and maybe the girls would go somewhere for a sleepover, or to Nana and Papa's. Maybe Jamie would let them play video games for a bonus hour in their room, and take pictures with her phone, just so she and Daryl could drink some beers and watch a movie that didn't feature a chipmunk or a princess. And if the girls weren't there, maybe they'd smoke a joint. Maybe his hand would slide up her shirt, and they'd end up naked on the couch, Jamie looking at him on top, thinking he is not perfect. He has funny teeth and always wears that leather jacket with the hole in the pit, but there are a few good qualities here. One large good quality, she would think, and then she'd laugh. And Daryl would say, "What?" But then he'd laugh too. But first, errands and then a birthday party for all of them. It was for a girl in Kylie's class, but it was one of those parties to which everyone was invited. Siblings and parents for pizza, games, and cake in the family's big ranch-style house in a new development called the Knolls. Jamie didn't like the trend, these big free-for-all events, was worried because Kylie's birthday was in June, and maybe she'd want the same thing. Jamie saw the problems coming at her like headlights. Their apartment was too small for a party. Her mother would never let her hear the end of it if she asked to have it at her parents' place. And the money, all that money, for that many pizzas, plus gifts, plus a new dress for Kylie, and the new dress Bailey would have to have too. "Why do you guys even have to come in?" said Kylie from the passenger side, eyebrows wrinkled up over her big hot cocoa eyes, a sneer in her angel lips. "Fine, we'll wait outside in the car," said Jamie. "Everyone will see us," said Bailey from the back seat, anxious.